Hey y'all, Tiffany of Text. Welcome. Today's story. City allows workers to sleep in their cars as it grapples with housing costs. I like this because rent is ridiculous. Mortgages have been increasing. People can't afford to stay, in their homes. If you have a car, that car payment should be significantly less than a home. Although some of them TikToks, when it be like, hey, what's your name and what kind of car you drive? And then people be like, how much is your payment? And they say like $600, $800. Some of them say that. Like, what kind of vehicle is this? But nonetheless, in majority of cases, car payments are less. You can sleep in your car, save some money. It says workers. Like, that's my question though. So people who aren't working, they can't do it because that seems unfair. To be honest, I've thought about this. Like, I watch those videos where people turn their vans, their SUVs into like little beds, and sometimes they be in there with dogs. It be two adults. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. I ain't even really into sharing a home with adults, but a car, a vehicle, Lord, God bless you. But nonetheless, the renovation is very unique. It's basically like a tiny home. My only fear or concern with that is like a storm comes and, you're in a car, a tornado. But when you meant to live, you meant to live. And if you know in advance, you can drive someplace else, like an RV. Here's the article. Sedona, Arizona has approved a program called A Safe Place to Park to address the city's housing affordability crisis by providing 40 designated parking spots for full-time employed individuals to sleep in their own cars within city limits. How about let's just lower the housing? Seems like a simple fix. Participants in the program, which is funded through a 2-year grant from the Arizona Department of Housing and managed by the Verde Valley Homeless Coalition, must engage with local social services to eventually secure permanent housing. I mean, it's a good temporary fix. I like that they're at least considering what's going on in the economy. But all places don't do this. But the secure place to park, lovely, name. I like that. Because that's another thing. Like, if you don't have this program and you sleeping in your car, it can get dangerous. Especially if you're a woman doing this. Even just a solo person, period, young, it can get dangerous. So the reserved area is a great idea. They should do that everywhere. The initiative is temporary and set to end in 2026 when the grant funding expires, at which time the land will be rezoned. I mean, 2 years, that's a good time to get back on your feet. This is not like 6 months. Like that type of crap. Like, people expect you to get it together in 6 months, when half the time, if you don't have work, it takes about 6 months to find work. And you already behind because you haven't worked or the housing rent's too high. Like, most government assisted type of programs are unrealistic with their standards. But I like this idea. I think it's good. I think it should be like something like this everywhere, and to cater towards homeless people too, because those would really be the people in need and need a safe place versus more people working. But I get what they're trying to do. That's my take.